Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So this one's a little bit more serious, and it's about the whole race thing in the world right now. So I was growing up to treat people the way I want to be treated, and over time I've learned to treat them even better and expect nothing in return. So what that means is I will go above and beyond for somebody that I know, and I will expect absolutely nothing in return. And I think that's a pretty good principle to follow. I'm not telling you to follow it, I'm just saying I think that's a pretty good principle to follow, because you'll find that you'll do the nice thing a lot more often. You'll do the right thing a lot more often. And, you know, of course, everybody has their own opinion on things, but my opinion for what's going on in the world is I was not brought up to look at race. I was not brought up to look at culture. I was not brought up to look at background. If you are a content creator and you're black, you're a content creator. In my eyes, you're not a black content creator. You're just a content creator. That's it. If you're a fireman and you're a Latino guy, you're not a Latino fireman. You're just a fireman. If you play guitar and you're Indian, you're not an Indian guitarist, an Indian musician. You're just a musician to me, you know? It's not, you're not going to be, you know, looked upon and judged immediately based on how you look, how you act, or how you move, what kind of car you drive, what you do for a living, how you dress. None of that shit matters to me. If I talk to you, it's a person talking to another person. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you're a fucking animal, right? Let's say you're an animal. Let's say you're a deer. Are you gonna discriminate other deer based on their species of what kind of deer they are? No, they're a fucking deer. So you're gonna be associated with them because you're a deer, right? If somebody's hurt on the side of the road, am I not gonna stop because, oh, you know what? That's a Chinese man. Or, oh, you know what? That's a Filipino dude. Fuck no, dude. I'm gonna pull over because it's a person on the side of the road. A person, a human being. We are all literally human beings. I don't understand why we have to mention race, culture, background. That stuff is cool if you want to learn about other cultures and learn about other religions and learn about other backgrounds. But if you can live your life based on, you know, having fun, enjoying your life and doing whatever it is you want to do, and maybe even helping others along the way, because that's always a nice thing to do, of course. If you can live your life that way and not hurt or harm anybody else and still enjoy your life, go for it. Live a peaceful, happy life. And imagine if we can all do that. There is no part of me in the middle of the day when I'm driving around and I look at people immediately and I judge them based off of how they look or how they, what kind of color they are. You know, that literally doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't understand what is this notion about race and religion and all this shit. And honestly, Morgan Freeman, in my opinion, said it the best. The way to stop racism: stop fucking talking about it. Because the more you talk about it, the more people think about, okay, well, whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. The more people hear about racism and hear about certain races, the more they think about people based upon their race. And I don't think that's a good thing, because that's how you start, and that's how racism kind of starts to consume everybody as a whole. I think racism as a whole is retarded. I think any violent crime is retarded. I think all that stuff is redundant, ignorant, and I don't think it should be out there. And I really hope to see a world where we can all live together peacefully, happily. You know, everyone can do their own thing as long as they're not hurting anybody else. Cool, do your own thing, you know? Whether it's playing music in your house or becoming a musician, becoming a fireman, a fucking astronaut, whatever it is you want to do. Go out there and do it as long as you're doing some sort of good in the world and not hurting anybody else. Simple as that. Live a happy life. Even if you want to just go to your 9-to-5 job and then come home and watch TV all day and not be productive and sit on your ass and do nothing and then go to bed, cool. I'm not going to judge you for that. My advice to you would be to do something productive. But if you're happy and you're living a peaceful life and you're not hurting anybody else, dude, by all means, do you, bro. You know, and that's, I feel like that's how we should all live, you know, and the fact that we're all full of greed and the way the media portrays the world to have so much hate for each other, I don't think it's like that, you know, because when you walk into a store, I highly doubt that you look at people, or for the most part, I highly doubt, I would say like 90% of people out there at least, they're not going to go walk into somewhere, you know, some store or whatever, and start looking at people and hating them immediately based on how they look. I highly doubt that. I'm not one to do that. I don't see any of my friends do that, you know, and most of the time I don't see strangers do that either, to be honest. And I think the world, or at least the media, you know, you have to realize the media, they feed off of attention, and the way they get the attention, the way they get the clicks, the way they get the views, is by putting the thing that is going to get the eyes on that article or that video more often than not. And a lot of times we focus, unfortunately, as human beings, on the negative rather than the positive. And here's a good example. Let's say you have an Instagram post and it gets 100 comments. You can have 98 comments saying you're beautiful, pretty, the idea was great, whatever, the photos looks amazing. Just some kind of compliment, right? And then the other 2 comments, the other 2%, they'll say something negative or mean or whatever, and you'll focus more on those than you will on the positive things. Now, if we just reverse that psychology and focus more on the positive rather than the negative, more positivity will become of that, you know? And so, of course, the media realizes this and they kind of feed off of this, and that's why they put out this bullshit in the news, and on ads on Facebook and Instagram, fucking TikTok videos, everything like that. That's why you see all this bullshit every single day about hate and people, about violent crime and stuff, but they never talk about the good things. You know, you'll never see, oh, this guy, you know, helped this dude on the side of the road and saved 10 lives. That stuff gets like a small portion of the news media and gets overlooked immediately, because right after that, they go back to talking about some bullshit story about how some guy shot up a store, you know? And the more you hear about those things, the more likely it's going to happen, because you're kind of speaking it into the universe in a sense. But anyway, I don't mean to go off on a rant here. I think that literally the peaceful world that most of us would like to see and like to attain, I think it's there, and I think it's available. You know, we just have to tap into it and become better as people, and that's it. I think we should stop talking about race. I think we should stop talking about religion. If I'm going to talk about race or religion, I'm going to talk about, you know, old traditions and old cultures that were really, really interesting and really, really cool, that, you know, we can kind of like take things from and learn from today. And a lot of times, you know, some cultures die out, right? So the way to prevent that is to talk more about it. But I don't think we should have this whole discussion about which culture is better, which race is better, because there is no better race, there is no better religion, there is no better culture. I think it's all, as long as you can live a happy, peaceful life without harming anybody else, boom, simple. There you go. Enjoy yourself. You know, simple as that. And I don't think we have to overlook it and try to be, you know, try to compete with everybody else. I don't think so. I think if we literally just all came together and tried to achieve a peaceful world and tried to work together more often, at least more often than not, I think we would achieve many more great things than we already have, and I think the world will become a better place. Simple as that. So anyway, if you learned anything from this video, or if you got any sort of message from this video, do me a favor, leave a like down below and comment what you think on really anything. Just comment whatever, because a lot of times whenever I read something, I get a new thought and I want to make a video on it. So just comment whatever you want, and I'm happy to reply and have a chat in the comments. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. If you guys want to check out the Instagram and Twitter that I have down below, it's linked there. The stuff that I use to record these videos is also linked down below, and I'm happy to have you guys watching these videos. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.